Stay tuned for the Rick Saphire Show, coming up next.
The following program is a copyright feature of Rick Saphire Productions, Incorporated.
Radio is the friendly voice, keeps you in the know. Yes, radio is your listening choice. It's the place to go.
For news and music, happy style, a good companion with a smile.
Radio is the friendly voice, the voice of radio.
Hey, look alive! Everything lights up, makes you want to shout. Talk about happiness, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the Rick Saphire Show.
Come on now, smile, get happy, yeah. Now tune in and turn on.
It's Saturday evening, May 30th, 2026, and coming to you transcribed from the Crystal Studios in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, it's Rick Saphire's Saturday Night Nostalgia Party. Across the country and around the world, we'll be living in the past and loving it for the next 2 hours right here on Yesterday USA. Okay, everybody, we've got a jam-packed show for you this evening, and we're going to start by where we left off last week during our conversation with Howard Murray, the son of the late and great comedian, game show host, TV personality, nightclub performer, Jan Murray. Now, we got to a point of the conversation where we began talking about Howard Murray's mother. She has an iconic face, a beautiful face, but she was seen as the logo of a very, very popular entity. Now, Howard Murray's going to tell us all about it. So let's pick up our conversation where we left off last week.
The Rick Saphire Show.
Your mom probably today is one of the most iconic images in the United States and maybe in the world. Can you tell us a little bit about who your mom was and why we all know her face?
My mom was born in the southern United States, in Montezuma, Georgia, and she was drop dead gorgeous. When she was 14, her mom took her to the Miss Virginia contest, because by then they'd moved to Washington, D.C., and she becomes Miss Virginia. And as she's turning 15, she's Miss Virginia in the Miss America contest. I still have her sash from the... She was 15. Wow. She makes the cut to the final 5. Right. And one of the mothers of one of the girls who didn't make it turned her in for being too young. Oh, and my mom couldn't have cared less. It was a lot easier doing that than being a secretary in Washington, D.C. So she knew her asset was her beauty, but she became a Copa girl. Copacabana, the biggest nightclub in New York City then. And they had the Copa girls who were just the most amazing, gorgeous showgirls. Mom always said she could barely carry a tune. She couldn't learn a time step, but that wasn't her thing. But she looked gorgeous, and basically she could prance around the stage, with headdresses and things. And that actually got the Marx Brothers did a movie, Copacabana, and with the woman with the fruit on her.
Carmen Miranda,
and Mom had like 5 lines in it, and being sarcastic with Groucho, and they were. She scored, and that was the first and only film she ever did. She met my dad at the Copa, and at one point they started dating, and she really didn't want to have a career. She wanted to be a wife and a mom. My mom's stage name was Toni, T-O-N-I, Kelly. Kelly was the last name of her first husband. Uh-huh. Your earlier reference, you know her face. She is on the logo of the Copacabana, which is on their bandstands, and so anything about the Copa, she's always there. And when we were kids, that didn't mean anything to us. It's like Mom doesn't do that.
And so the listeners, and I'm sure all of the listeners to this program, especially, have seen the movie Copacabana, but they know about the nightclub. And you can go online and see pictures of the 1940s and 50s and 60s taken at the Copacabana, and that iconic face is on every one of the bandstands, on their napkins, on their everywhere, and that is your mom.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. Yeah.
There's music, cues, and drama, plus a laugh or two.
For me,
For you. On radio.
From the late 1940s through the mid-1950s, one of the most popular television programs on the air was the Texaco Star Theater, starring Milton Berle. One of the regular features on the Texaco Star Theater was comedian Sid Stone, who would come on every week as the Texaco pitchman, do a little bit of his famous brand of comedy, and sell Texaco products. Here's a little clip from the original Texaco Star Theater with Milton Berle and Sid Stone.
The pigeons flying around. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a young fellow that you're liable to see on any street corner in the United States. Sid Stone, here he is.
Our friends will tell you this here apron is wonderful, even for you people that happen to be on the highway motoring. Because if you run out of gas, friends, right up here in pocket number 6, we have an emergency supply of Texaco Fire Chief gasoline. And we just let it into the bottle just like that. And believe me, friends, Texaco Fire Chief is an emergency power gasoline. And in any kind of an emergency, friends, you can always depend and bank upon Texaco Fire Chief. Because for quick starts these so-cold winter days, Fire Chief's emergency power, friends, is never going to fail. It gives you that immediate reaction the second your foot touches the pedal. And, friends, you can get all that emergency power at regular gasoline prices. All right, you say you're not satisfied. You say you want more for your money. All right, just a minute. Tell you what I'm going to do.
In 1972, the Texaco Star Theater was a distant memory, but Milton Berle and Sid Stone were still very popular on the nightclub circuit. I was working as a comedy host and master of ceremonies at a big resort hotel in Pennsylvania. I hired Sid Stone to perform as our comedy star one evening, but I had an idea. Instead of my introducing him on stage, wouldn't it be good if Milton Berle could introduce him the way he used to do on the Texaco Star Theater? So I called my friend Milton, who was appearing in Las Vegas, and he made this recording for me and for Sid Stone. Here it is.
When you want to tape it now?
I could do it now, yeah.
What do you want me to say?
Well, we're at the host farm.
Hi, this is Milton Berle.
And you can mention where you're working.
Does he open the show or what?
Well, he's our comedy star. We're gonna have.
How are you going to get into it?
Well, I'll.
You say to introduce our comedy star show, you have a surprise tonight, you mean?
That's right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play a few minutes or a few seconds of the the Texaco men doing the Texaco song. I have that on tape, and then I'm going to say instead of my introducing him, we have a big surprise for you, and then you're.
Is he doing the pitchman?
Yeah, he's going to do his whole act.
Well, let me see. You're going to play dum 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 dum. You mean that?
Right, with the bells, and then we'll play the.
Well, you want me to do the introduction the way you used to do it on the show?
Oh, it would be great if you could.
Let me see. I'll have to hook on to it. This is Milton Berle.
Right.
Here's the comedy star of your show here at the host farm, a guy you're liable to see on any street corner in the United States. Sid Stone, is that what you mean?
Yeah. Right.
Is that all right?
Yeah, good. You might want to mention this is Milton Berle. Mention where you are.
This is Milton Berle speaking to you from the desert in Las Vegas. Or from Las Vegas.
Mention the desert inn. It's good.
Okay. Good, roll it.
Okay, count up to 5 and we'll be ready to go.
Hi, this is Milton Berle talking to you from the Desert Inn in Las Vegas. May I introduce your comedy star of this evening here at the host farm, a guy that I've been associated with for many years, a guy you're liable to see on any street corner in the United States. Here he is, Sid Stone.
Great, wonderful, thank you. You don't know how I appreciate that.
All right, Ricky.
While we're on the subject of interviews, I have a very interesting one that I'd like to share with you. Now, this is an interview that I did right here on Yesterday USA, I guess back in the late 1990s, with Eddie Fisher. And we were talking about his book and his wives, but then I mentioned something that kind of struck a nerve with Eddie, and it has to do the muscular dystrophy telethon when Frank Sinatra brought on Dean Martin and supposedly surprised Jerry Lewis, and that made history. That was the first time that Martin and Lewis had even seen each other in person in 20 years. Well, I just heard the truth alarms go off, and as the author of The Real Jerry Lewis Story, I must tell you that that wasn't quite the way it happened. But you'll learn a little bit about that right now as you listen to my interview with Eddie Fisher.
And everybody remembers that, Frank Sinatra was, he was given the crown for having reunited Martin and Lewis on the telethon in 1976. But I remember watching your program.
That's right.
And it was live, and I remember Bing Crosby coming out of the curtain first, and maybe you can tell everybody what happened after that.
Well, Dean Martin was supposed to do my show. I did his opening show. But he reneged for some reason. I think it was his accountant. But that's a long story.
Uh-huh.
But, so Jerry Lewis volunteered to come on, and I was very sad because I'm a neighbor of Dean Martin's, and we were very close friends.
Yeah.
But Jerry came on, and he was terrific and working hard. And all of a sudden, in the middle of everything, on walked Dean, bringing out Bing Crosby, which doubled me over. That was a picture that went around the world on the Associated Press. But not only, getting Lewis and Martin together, but for Bing, who was one of my great heroes, singing heroes, to come on the show like that. It was one of the most exciting times ever.
Well, it was, and of course it was totally unexpected.
Yeah, that's what makes it so great, when it's impromptu or unexpected.
Yeah, well, I think that's taken a little magic out of television, having everything pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But of course, and for the listeners who didn't see that, Martin and Lewis did not interact at all. I mean, they just walked through the curtain, and Dino and Bing Crosby just walked off, and Jerry started following Dean, singing "Return to Me." I remember that also.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he was doing it in his Jerry Lewis voice, but
very few people forget that's where they first appeared. And
yeah.
Not on. There are so many claims that shows that they were supposed to have gotten together on, but it was my show was first.
Exactly right, and you see, we brought that truth out here, so now the world will know it, and nobody can deny that anymore.
And there you have it, a very interesting interview. And now let's be entertained by Eddie Fisher as he appeared on the radio show Coke Time. The date is August 15th, 1954.
Coke Time is anytime, anywhere. It's always time for ice-cold Coca-Cola. Your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola presents Coke Time, transcribed with Fred Robbins, our guest, June Hutton, cute as a button, and starring America's favorite young singer, Eddie Fisher.
And welcome to Coke Time.
Cute as a button, indeed.
For the next 15 minutes, we've lined up a little music.
In the first place, what's so cute about a button?
And maybe we'll be getting into the act.
Eddie.
Yes, June.
In the first place, what's cute about a button? In the second place, how do I resemble a button? And in the third place...
All I can say is, Junie, button rhymes with Hutton. No other reason.
Well, there are lots of things that rhyme with June.
Well, we'll go to work on it, Junie. Meantime, since it's about 5 months since St. Patrick's Day...
More reasons?
And it won't be St. Patrick's Day again for another 7 months, we've picked a little song for all the Irishmen who feel neglected 364 days out of the 365. Make it gaily and with a shillelagh axe.
I woke me up this morning and I heard a joyful song from the throats of happy Irishmen, 100,000 strong. Sure it was the Hibernian Brigade lining up for to start the big parade. So I fetched me Sunday bonnet and the flag I love so well, and I bought myself a shamrock just to wear in me lapel. Don't you know that today's March 17? It's the day for the wearing of the green. It's a great day for the Irish. It's a great day for fair. The sidewalks of New York are thick with blarney. Sure you'd think New York was on Killarney. It's a great day for the shamrock, for the flags in full array. We're feeling so inspired, sure, because for all the Irish, it's a great, great
It's green we'll be wearing today, Eddie. Why not, Fred? In summer, wearing of the green gets to be a national proposition.
Say, Eddie, can you give me a 7-letter word meaning glad to see you?
Let's see, Axe. How about cordial?
Oh, that works perfectly, Axe.
Yes, dear. Axel Storgial, cute and cordial.
Uh-huh.
But I still don't like it.
Are you still worried about that cute as a button thing, Junie?
Not me. Axel wants one, too.
Oh, sort of a swing and sway with Sammy Kaye.
You talked me out of it.
Then back to the bandstand, because June Hutton, just plain cute, has a song that's waiting to get sung. Start somewhere in the string section, Axe, and she'll be right along.
Don't blame me for falling in love with you. I'm under your spell, but how can I help it? Don't blame me. Can't you see when you do the things you do? If I can't conceal the thrill that I'm feeling, don't blame me. I can't help it if that doggone moon above makes me need someone like you to love. That sweet as a kiss can be, and blame all your charms that melt in my arms, but don't blame me.
June Hutton singing Don't Blame Me.
But whatever became of your midsummer St. Patrick's idea, Eddie?
I haven't given up, Fred. Turn left at the lakes of Sligo, and I'll wait for you by the Blondie store.
I hear a bird, Londonderry bird. It well may be he's bringing me a cheery word. Shannon breeze. It well may be it followed me across the sea. So tell me, please, how are things in Glockamore? Is that little brook still leaping there? Does it still run down through Donny Cove, through Killy Bay, Kilkerry and Kildare? How are things in Glockamore? Is that willow tree still weeping there? Does that lassie with a twinkling eye come smiling by? And does she walk away sad and dreamy there, not to see me there? So I ask each weeping willow and each brook along the way, and each lass that comes a-sighing for an How are things in Glockamore this fine day?
And on a fine day, I'd say things were probably pretty much okay everywhere. Weather isn't something you can count on, Fred. Well, we've gotten to count on one thing anyway, Eddie. When June Hutton visits the show, it gives a duet.
Fine, but can we count on Axel?
Yes, dear. 1, 2.
I can't give you anything but love, baby.
That's the thing that I need plenty of, baby.
Dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness.
And I guess all those things you've always pined for.
Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby.
Diamond bracelets Axel doesn't sell, Junie. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love.
That was really wonderful. I might say you ended together right on the button.
Not you too, Fred. With all this button business, the two of you are reminding me that I have some sewing to do this week.
Well, isn't August kind of hot to spend your free time sewing, Junie?
Not if you do it the way I do, sitting in a reclining chair out in the yard under the trees.
And with a frosty bottle of Coke beside you.
Eddie, how did you guess?
Anyone who knows how to do it the easy way knows how to work refreshed with ice-cold Coca-Cola. That's true, Eddie. Work is actually easier when you take time out now and then to enjoy the pause that refreshes with delicious, refreshing Coke. Ice-cold Coca-Cola has a matchless flavor that everyone enjoys. So when you're working hard, pause. Enjoy a frosty bottle of Coke. Then, work refreshed. The word is out, and a welcome word it is, that Rodgers and Hammerstein are readying a new musical play for Broadway this fall. Of course, we've never stopped singing the songs from the last 6, but it's nice to think we'll be adding some more to Oh, What a Beautiful Morning, Hello, Young Lovers, Some Enchanted Evening, and the rest of the long list, which includes You'll Never Walk Alone from Carousel.
A storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
You'll never walk alone. I'll be thinking of that melody for 2 days now, Eddie. It's one that's hard to forget, Fred, but then you don't want to forget it either. But it'll be back again on the show, for sure. And so will Junie Hutton, who was such a button of a guest this time. Until next time, when your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola sets the time and place, remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola makes any pause a pause that refreshes. And ice-cold Coca-Cola is everywhere.
Coke Time, starring Eddie Fisher with music by Axel Stordahl, is produced and transcribed by Gordon Auchincloss. Ed Stokes speaking.
The Rick Saphire Show.
I find it fascinating how old-time radio was filled with so much trivia that's more than just trivia. For instance, the theme song that you heard on Coke Time with Eddie Fisher was the Coca-Cola theme song, and they used that same theme song on just about every program on the radio that was sponsored by Coca-Cola. And now we're going to go to two of my favorite comedians. But they were more than comedians. They were actors. They were voice impersonators. They were just two of the most creative people on the air, and that was Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding, affectionately known as Bob and Ray. Now, Bob and Ray had various series throughout their very long and illustrious career on the radio. I think probably their most creative series was that began in late 1959 on the CBS radio network. Now, I have the very first program where they actually go behind the microphone, supposedly for the very first time, but that's only about a 10-minute episode. So I'm going to combine that with episode number 2 of the series, and there were over 200 episodes in this particular series. So we're going to hear about 20 to 25 minutes of Bob and Ray, and be reminded, both Bob and Ray played all of the characters in the series, whether it be a man, whether it be a woman, whether it be Wally Ballou, it's all Bob and Ray. And we'll see you on the other side with a lot more entertainment on Rick Saphire's Saturday Night Nostalgia Party right here on Yesterday USA.
Well, here we are. We've got to stuff along. Bob.
Yeah.
We don't have too much time.
I left my watch home today, too. That's a bad...
Well, they probably have a clock in the studio.
There's a receptionist over there. Miss?
Yes?
We're Bob and Ray.
You're who?
Bob and Ray.
Wonderful. I'm Mary Elizabeth Jessup.
Nice to know you. We'd like to know... Well, we're starting our new show here at CBS today.
Well, I don't... Bob, and let me... No, I don't have that here on my schedule.
Well, didn't anyone tell you
Would that be under B, do you suppose?
Well, it might, or B or R, or B and R.
Oh, yes, Bob and Ray. You're downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yes, through that door and down.
Well, is the elevator through there, you mean?
The elevator doesn't go down that way.
Oh, we walk down?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck on your new show.
Thanks a lot.
Your cast have already gone down.
Good.
They're here.
Fine.
Now I remember you.
Well, at least we're in the right place. I thought they'd kind of be here to meet us, though, a little bit.
I did, too.
Down these stairs here.
Well, I don't know. I thought, the nicest studios were upstairs when I had a feeling.
Oh, it's another flight of stairs. I thought they'd kind of have the red carpet out,
All painted, though. It's very nice and neat.
Yeah.
Except for this candy wrapper here. We have to come up out of here when the show is over.
Just thinking of that. It's be kind of a hike.
I get a little winded.
Oh, we got to be there soon.
Well,
it looks like a studio there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, gentlemen.
We're Bob and Ray, sir, and the lady upstairs told us that this was the studio we were going to use.
Oh, yes. You'll be here every day, right?
Yes.
I'm Gore, your engineer.
Oh, how do you do?
Your sound effects man is right over there.
Oh, how do you do, sir?
How do you do, Bob and Ray?
Say, if this is the studio we're going to use, I don't think the acoustics lend themselves very well to our type of show.
It seems quite echoey. Could we have it a little more intimate somehow?
Is there anything you can do?
Haskell, could you pull the curtains over there? How's that, Gore? I think you'll find that much better now, gentlemen.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you very much,
And a
gentlemen.
little more light. Could we have just a little bit more light?
Great. Now I think we're all set to go. I'd like you to meet some of the members of our cast, one in particular. This is Wallace Ballou, better known to you as Wally Ballou. He's won so many Diction Awards, and...
I guess there isn't any award that Wally hasn't...
No, I can't think of a prize that a reporter could get that Wallace hasn't received.
Well,
hi, Wally, and...
Hi, Ray. Hi, Bob, and you make me quite embarrassed with all of the kind flattery and the words you've said about me and my work.
Well, Wally, it's very unusual that we are honored with your presence in the studio. I know you're so busy, so taken up outside, really, with broadcasts that we don't often have you in the studio. I wonder if you could, with our listeners, for instance, go out in the audience and give them more or less a sample of how you conduct an interview.
Well, I've never done that, Bob.
Ray. Oh, come on now, Wally, please. Sure, I'm right.
I've never done audience interviews. Mostly I do stuff on the street, or I go...
That's that fellow down there in the front row and talk with him.
The one that's asleep down there?
I don't think he's asleep. I think he's just feigning sleep.
All right, I'll take my portable microphone then into the Bob and Ray studio audience and chat with, let's see... How about you, sir?
I was saying to myself, I hoped he picked me.
You were looking the other way, though.
Well, I found in the studio audience, if you say me a lot, the fellow won't pick you. So I made like I didn't want to be selected, and you did. Meredith Ackroyd, Altoona, Pennsylvania.
What's your name and where are you from, sir?
My name is Meredith Ackroyd. I'm from Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Wonderful. And how did you happen to come up to the Bob and Ray show?
Well, I'm on my vacation.
Or rather, come down. You'll notice we're in the cellar.
I noticed that. Well, I'm here on vacation, and I got a free ticket, and I came in to watch the show.
Wonderful. Have you had your vacation yet, sir, in this fine weather that we're...
Well, I'm on my vacation now, Mr. Ballou.
Oh, you're on it now?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Wonderful, and I suppose you'll be here for some weeks, will you?
Well, this is my last week. I go back to work next week.
When do you return to your job?
Next week. This is the last week of my vacation. And it's the first one, too.
Huh?
It was the first and last week of my vacation. 1 week.
Have you been enjoying your stay here in
Very much.
New York?
Yes, sir. I work for the railroad down there in Altoona. And what I do, Mr. Blue, is I'm in charge of washing cars, train cars.
Is there anything interesting we could talk to you about, sir? Maybe what you do or what line of work you're in?
Yes, I think so. You see, I wash train cars.
Trying to get unusual people with unusual jobs, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Maybe you could tell us about yours.
Well, yes. See, I wash these train cars, Mr.
How much time do I have, engineer?
And we have some funny things happen to us on that job. I say I wash these cars, and we have some funny things happen to us from time to time.
Must be some stories there that would be interesting for us.
Well, we use a warm, soapy water at first to get off the grime that attaches itself to a train. And we don't wash the engine. I want to make that clear. We wash the cars, and we use a small toothbrush to get any difficult stains off. And then we wipe it.
Along, but how
we wipe it down then with Irish linen towels.
I'm a man of the street announcer, not a studio interviewer.
Actually, I suppose the only unusual thing that would happen is when a window is left open on one of the cars, and we let the water in that way.
Huh?
I said, I suppose the only unusual thing would be when accidentally a window would have been left open and some water would have entered the car.
Sure.
That way.
It would. Do you have a family, sir? You married? Have children?
Yes, I have.
How many?
How many what?
Children.
Oh, I have 4 children.
Are they with you here on your vacation?
No. Fortunately, they couldn't make it with me. As a matter of fact...
Well, what else can I ask of?
I didn't want to take a vacation with my family. You see, I'm with them 51 weeks of the year, and I thought that I owed it to myself, Wally, to get away for this 1 week, all by myself, here in Chicago.
Wonderful to talk to you, sir, and I want to thank you very much for taking the time to drop by and over there. Appreciate having you there.
Thank you, Wally.
All right, Ray.
Okay, back up here on the stage. Come on up. Wally, I think you did a very good job. I know you're not used to that.
I'm not cut out for that kind of thing.
I
need to go on a news thing. I'll sit over here quiet. Say, stand by right now for what we believe is one of the most unusual and exciting offers ever to have been made by our Bob and Ray Laboratories.
Today we announce our latest kit, the Help Bob and Ray to Fame and Fortune, and a worry-free old age kit.
So many of you have asked, how can I help you, fellas? What can I do to give you less to worry about? Isn't there some way you can be assured of a tiny little nest egg on which to retire? Well, now we're happy to say it is possible.
Listen to what you'll get. First, a common pin to stick in your radio dial, locking the pointer into position on your CBS station, so you'll never miss the program.
Second, a piece of skin color adhesive tape to raise the corners of your mouth, giving you the appearance of having a permanent wry grin while you listen to us.
The kit also contains a sign to attach to the front end of your automobile which says, I'm on my way to listen to the Bob and Ray Show.
Plus, another sign to attach to the rear of your automobile which says, I've just been listening to the Bob and Ray Show.
And now, listen to this, gang. You'll get a neatly printed poster to hang over your TV screen when we're on. The poster reads, I'm listening to CBS Radio on the Bob and Ray Show. Just specify what size TV screen you have.
Included in the kit is a postcard addressed to your local CBS station which says, Holy cow, I think Bob and Ray are the funniest program on the air. Sure, I want full details on how I can help them to wealth and happiness in their dotage. Rush information. I understand I'll be under some kind of obligation, too.
And here's something extra. If you order right away, we'll include absolutely free a beautiful simulated plastic lapel pin which says in rich-looking Old English script, You bet your boots, readers of my lapel button, that I'm behind Bob and Ray and am doing my utmost to ensure them, when they become cranky and senile, their worries will not be monetary.
So hurry up now and get in on this once-in-a-lifetime offer from the Bob and Ray Laboratory. For all the material, plus the simulated plastic lapel pin for promptness, write today to Aging Bob and Ray, CBS Radio, 485 Madison Avenue, New York.
That's Aging Bob and Ray, CBS Radio, 485 Madison Avenue, New York.
Well, I guess it's time now for us to head over to the cast party, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait for the reviews to come out?
Sorry, it's all over.
It went very fast. We hope you'll all be with us every day, Monday through Friday, when we'll be here with you.
So until the next time, then, this is Ray Goulding reminding you all to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
The Rick Saphire Show.
And here is our Bob and Ray presentation, Part 2.
You're on the air, Bob and Ray.
Thank you, Wilbur Conley, young squirt who works for us, and we're just in time, ladies and gentlemen, to take you out to Hayes Meadow, where Leon Pascal, our special remote man, is ready to tell us what's taking place. How are things in the meadow, Leon?
Well, Jim, I have some people here, two men who say they're thoughtful.
In other words, Leon, they're people who are able to make decisions themselves. Is that the idea?
That's about it, Jim. We're going to talk to the first gentleman. Sir, what is your name?
David Sims.
I see. And, sir, you must be a school teacher. The suit you're wearing is the popular seminary blue, and you're carrying a composition book. There seems to be a large amount of chalk dust filtering out of your pocket, so I guess you are a teacher?
No, I'm a stunt pilot.
You, a stunt pilot?
Why not? But I like teaching, too. I just came down to Hayes Meadow to collect some larvae to show the children I teach. Excuse me.
Jim, Mr. Sims has a strainer, and he's dipping it into the swamp here at Hayes Meadow. Now I believe he's coming up with some larvae. Yes, he's come up with some larvae.
And what's he going to do with it, Leon?
Well, Mr. Sims, are you going to show that larvae you scooped out of the swamp to children?
Let me put it this way. I believe a man has to do what he wants to do.
Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe I see in the material you scooped out of the swamp a leftover and dreaded Anopheles mosquito, a real germ carrier. How do you feel about showing that to children?
Well, I think a man should make up his own mind. I believe firmly that a man should stick to what he knows best.
Well, Jim, Mr. Sims took off in his airplane, and he's doing a few stunts. I might point out he seems to be pretty good at it, too. And there he goes into a famous Immelman, and out of sight.
Wonderful, Leon. And now, do you have anyone else out there?
Yes. He's dressed in a cowboy outfit, and he's mounting a horse.
Is he a cowboy, Leon?
Well, he's having a little bit of trouble. The horse just bucked and threw him into the swamp here at Hayes Meadow. Sir, you must be a cowboy.
Me, a cowboy? Don't make me laugh.
Well, you haven't so far, sir. Just what are you?
I'm a photo retoucher at Sturdley's department store.
I see.
What did he say he was, Leon?
He's a photo retoucher.
Well, ask him how come he's acting like a cowboy. He seems to take a sound beating on a horse.
Sir, how come you ride horses, especially since you seem to take such a sound beating, my boss wanted me to ask?
Why not?
Well, I don't understand, sir.
Well, don't you think that a man should be thoughtful?
Well, yes, I think so. Now, I notice that your kneecap, though, is caved in from the fall you took. To which hospital are you going?
Well, don't you think I should decide that for myself? As a thoughtful man, that's a decision I have to make without any help.
Well, look, I have a friend who's a hat maker, but he drives an ambulance as a hobby. I can get him for you in a minute.
And if I decide to use him, I will, without any coercion. But I think I'd rather remount my horse and ride to Mercy Hospital myself.
Fine, and look, if you run into a Dr. J.L. Peckner, pay no attention to him. He's a restaurateur. And now, back to the studio.
Wilbur, that music got us back here, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And at this point, I think we should have a word from the American Telephone and Telegraph Company.
Come on. Have a nice trip.
Don't forget the phone.
Wherever you go this summer, go first by long distance. Most people do. Like these two. Hi, Jane.
Oh, hello, John.
I thought you and Jim were on vacation.
We leave tomorrow.
Have any trouble getting reservations?
None. We made them by telephone some time ago.
No doubt about it. Long distance helps you have a carefree vacation. Use it to make reservations, to call friends along the way, to phone home while you're gone. Now's a good time to call while long-distance rates are lowest. Remember, wherever you go this summer, go first by Long Distance. We've invited to our studios today a gentleman from the Perthwaite Musical Typewriter Company. And I believe you're Mr. Lawrence Perthwaite yourself, aren't you? Founder of the company?
Mm-hmm.
You're here for a demonstration, right?
I will be in a minute. Do you mind giving me a hand with this musical typewriter? I'd like it next to the window.
Sure thing, Mr. Perthwaite. How's that?
Fine. Thank you, Mr. Goulding.
Well, it doesn't look anything at all like the ordinary typewriter, Mr. Perthwaite. It's much larger. There seems to be a canvas bag above the keyboard. What's the bag for?
Well, there's a special key marked P for pump, which inflates the bag.
Oh.
And when I press the DM key for damper, a valve opens and draws air into the bag from the atmosphere.
Then there's no need for foot pedals, eh?
None at all. Now, watch what happens when I press the P and DM keys, Mr. Goulding.
Beginning to fill up, Mr. Perthwaite. And while the canvas bag is filling up with air, sir, what's the reason for a musical typewriter?
I'll tell you after I press the governor key here. Keeps the bag from becoming overinflated. Works on the same principle as Zeppelin overinflation.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Well, the bag seems to be filling more slowly now, sir.
Now, you asked me the reason for the musical typewriter?
I believe I did just before you pressed the governor key there.
Well, our research staff has found that it cuts down on finger fatigue, an occupational hazard among secretaries. The ordinary typewriter provides no recreation, you see.
I see. And is the musical typewriter difficult to operate, Mr. Perthwaite?
Well, it does take a bit of doing. Has a 450-letter keyboard, and as you can see, it's 9 feet across in consequence.
And, well, how does the secretary type a letter on a keyboard that long? I mean,
she has to sit on a chair with casters, and then with one foot on the ground, she can kick off, kind of scooter fashion.
Well, look, the bag is just about inflated now, Mr. Perthwaite. And I know we're all anxious to hear the demonstration.
Well, just as soon as I hit the pump, damper, and governor keys, Ray. There we are. Now for a practical demonstration. There's a letter on my desk there, Ray. Would you dictate it to me?
Sure thing. This is Mr. Perthwaite. Your membership in the Explorers Club is hereby canceled. Place you told us about.
And you see now how this would cut down finger fatigue?
The place you told us about has been set foot on before. Indeed, it's a resort these days. Signed Vasco da Gama, chairman of the Explorers Club.
I'll have that typed in about a half hour.
Well, you didn't tell me you had to leave the keyboard to clutch the canvas bag to your chest to expel the air, though.
Well, it gives the secretary something to do. I'll have that letter for you in a while.
Look, just send it to me in care of CBS here, and I'll look it over at my leisure.
Now, I think we should welcome another of our regular members of the Bob and Ray family here, who wasn't with us on our first show yesterday, Mary Magoon, who is in charge of the experimental kitchen and as well the Bob and Ray cafeteria, which we maintain for all of our staff. Mary, how are you?
Just fine, thank you.
How do you like the new setup here?
Well, I don't see any possible reason for having a typewriter that sounds like bagpipes. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, I didn't mean that especially. He was just somebody that our staff does.
One of those unusual interviews, I suppose.
Well, in a way, yes. What have you been doing with yourself lately?
Well, as you know, I'm quite interested in the summer theater this year.
Did you play stock last summer?
No, I was in Springtime for Henry all last year.
Yeah, all year, huh?
Yes, we played it in almost 15 different areas.
Well, there must be some interesting stories connected with playing stock.
Mary, your stockings are slipping.
Yes, I noticed that.
I'm not wearing any stockings.
I'm sorry. Getting back to your summer theater experiences.
Just wanted to mention that we pull that joke annually on this date, and we wanted to get it in before the show was over.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Did you run in any trouble? And where did you play? In Maine or?
Maine and in Massachusetts and in New York State and in Kansas.
It's quite a widespread area.
Well, it was a long time to get out to Kansas, and it was difficult to fill up the barn with people. We played in the barn, and it was difficult not only to fill it up with people, to get a lot of the animals out of the barn. It was hot and sticky at the time.
Is that the place where the farmer was rather reluctant to let the theater people use the barn?
Yes, he thought we were loonies of some sort, but we had quite a while trying to convince him that this is the thing to do with a barn in the summer.
And he had quite a problem with the rainfall.
Rainfall, mosquitoes. Yes.
All in all, it was rather an unpleasant experience for you, huh?
Well, you see, most of the animals didn't leave the barn, as I explained, and during the show, one would wander across the stage, chicken they hobbled through and all, and it was quite distracting.
Distracting, sure.
Because we hadn't memorized our lines anyway.
What do you mean? You went on with this play without knowing what you were going to say?
We had cue cards.
Well, I think that's a first for summer theater, isn't it?
Well, it was just that we're all, so busy that we couldn't memorize our lines.
Yeah.
That was the whole problem, Bob.
Well, did the audience stay with you, or were they...
Well, you've changed.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, the beard and all.
I don't have a beard.
Well, then it's the light.
Well, it is a little darker.
So far down below street level. How many feet would you estimate?
Oh, I don't know, 20 or 30. We're trying to do something about that. I think by next week we may be upstairs. If it's possible.
Fine.
Well, you've got a nice kitchen to work in here, and we'll be expecting big things from you. Well, nice talking with you, and we'll see you soon, Mary.
Thank you very much.
I see Charles the poet coming in. Would you hold the door for him?
Yes. Hello, Charles.
Could we have a little bit of Charles's theme, please? Sit right down here, Charles. Now, round the corner and up your street comes your friendly poet-philosopher, Charles. With a few memories, perhaps, taken from the pages of his dusty, tattered manuscript. Charles.
Hi there, everybody. I have a poem called Memory. I walked through the sands of memory by the rocky shore of my trampled heart. And as the endless waves of foaming sentiment coursed through...
All right, Charles, please.
And as the endless waves of...
Charles, I'm afraid if you can't control yourself, you'll have to discontinue.
Why don't I take it from the top?
No. You want to try just once more, Charles? Perhaps if we move the bird.
I walk through the sands.
No, I'm afraid you can't this time. Charles the poet, be coming around the corner and down your way someday real soon. And until then, as always, he says,
so long now.
Rather an inauspicious first for him, I think.
I don't know what it is. Something always seems to break up Charles. That was a particularly beautiful poem. Now, we'll have a lot of mail from people saying, I wish he would read his poems all the way through without laughing and giggling.
Well, he can practice up on that. Speaking of mail, we haven't had too much as yet. But we would like to say that we're here to answer your questions, and if you have anything you'd like to know, that we can help somebody in the audience has a question.
Probably the reason.
Speak right up, please.
Probably the reason you don't have any mail is you don't send out self-addressed envelopes that are stamped.
Nobody does that, sir. We've run into a great deal too much expense.
I was just an idea, and I was sitting here trying to think of something to say so I'd be on the radio.
Well, all right, you've been on the radio, but
I know.
I hope we've been able to answer your
I
question.
told you, Madeline, I could do it.
I think it's time to say goodbye now anyway.
Yes, it is. So until the next time, this is Ray Goulding reminding you all, please, write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
This is the CBS Radio Network.